Hey everybody, it's Whitney from WhitneyDanielle.com, and today I'm talking about how to be memorable when you go to events, whether it's a networking event or a social function of some sort. How to make sure that when you leave that you've made a mark in someone's memory and in their recollection of that event. So I want to talk about the first thing. The first thing that you've got to do in order to really stand out is to be yourself, because literally there's nobody like you. That's a fact, right? You might have the same interests as someone else. You might even have the same shoes or handbag or car. But at the end of the day, there is something about you that is super unique. And if you let your personality shine, if you let your energy be as pure as you can, I'm telling you, that's going to be the first thing. People are just going to like you for no reason, because that's what happens. I know you have people on your phone or on YouTube or on Facebook or somewhere that you just like because you just like them. Like, there's no real reason, you just do. And you want that from other people. You want other people to feel the same way about you. You can't really control that. It's just a thing, right? It's like why some people are attracted to others and why dogs sniff each other's butts. We don't know. It's just a thing. It's how nature works. But if you're being yourself, if you're being authentic, I can guarantee you it doesn't matter what you're doing, and if you're not perfect and if you're not saying the right things at all the right times, someone's still going to like you just for being you. That's the first thing. The second thing is to listen. I'm telling you, I've had more people remember me simply because I listened to what they had to say. I wasn't trying to spew my agenda on them. I wasn't trying to convert them to my company. I wasn't trying to sign them on the spot. I wasn't trying to set up a dinner date or anything. I wasn't trying to get into bed with them. All I did was listen. I'm telling you, I've had people say that to me. Listening is so important, and a lot of people don't do it. So it's a great way to remember and be memorable. So one other thing that I love is follow up. People don't follow up with each other. They get each other's business cards. They never call them. They never email. They never set up that lunch date or meeting or whatever. They never take it to the next step. So always follow through. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Be clear in your intentions and then follow through. That helps you become way more memorable than just some guy who's giving out business cards for fitness training. So that's super important. And then lastly, I'll give you one more tip. This tip for me is big because I know a lot of different people in a lot of different areas. And I know that we all have different skills that we're bringing to the table, right? And sometimes it's the same skill. Let's say you're a realtor and you go to a networking event and it's a ton of realty people or people who are looking for homes. How do you differentiate between others? The one thing that I love is making some sort of memory with them. Talk about something, a story, a particular event that happened, something that was really special and unique to you. It's cool that you're from Pennsylvania or Chicago. It's so cool that you have, a ton of degrees or maybe a ton of experience in a particular area, but having a special story that you tell them or bonding over something weird that's totally unrelated to the event that you're at is going to help people remember you. It's crucial. It's so crucial. Let's say you're at that real estate event and you're just chatting and the person who is looking for a house says, oh, I've got to have a big yard for my 2 Doberman pinchers. That to me is so huge on my list. And in California, I've been struggling with that. Right? Instead of bonding over big yards and trying to tell them how you can sell them a house with a big yard, or that you just recently saw one with a big yard, tell them something else. Give them something that they can kind of chew on, or bond with them over their dog. Let's say you have Doberman pinchers, or you have a big dog, or you've struggled with finding a yard. Talk about that. Make it something that you can bond over. And then ask them about their pets. Ask them follow-up questions. Asking the right questions sears people into your memory and vice versa, because you're going to remember that conversation and they will too. And let's say you don't, right? Say your memory is garbage like mine. They remember you, and now you've got someone on your team that literally will be like, yeah, I know Whitney, she's super cool. Later on down the road, because you bonded over dogs. You would be so surprised at the random crap I have bonded with people over. It is not impossible. Find a common denominator, find common ground, find a mutual interest, and bond. Tell a story, tell something interesting, make it unique to you, make it unique to both of you in that moment, and people are going to remember you. Oh, and one more quick tip, if you remember someone's name, that helps a whole lot as well. Or if you remember that story that someone told, and you can kind of refresh back later, or even if it's something random, like the person that was looking for a home, they had just gotten married, or they were going on a honeymoon in Italy in a couple of months. Let's say a couple of months or a few months pass by and you see them. You remember that they were going to Italy for their honeymoon. and you ask them about it. That means that they were memorable to you, and now you're going to be memorable to them. And you can let them whip out pictures, and you can bond and have a great time. I'm telling you, these little things add up. So I hope this makes sense to you. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like it and definitely subscribe. I've got more videos coming your way. I really look forward to seeing you soon and networking. So follow me on social media, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.